Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alara Canfield Show, the Awaken Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And my good friend Kim Regnitz is back with us, and we're going to be talking about alchemy and ascension. Are you ready for a magical shift? We are going to be taking some live caller questions. We're going to be doing a few processes, mini readings, mini sessions, healing sessions with Kim. And we're going to be talking, like I said, about, alchemy, magic, ascension consciousness. We're going to explore, are we in alignment with the I Am presence? We'll be integrating Powerful Equinox Portal as we, the autumn equinox, was yesterday, spring in the Southern Hemisphere. And so we'll be integrating that as it applies to our divine missions through the I Am frequency, and, so much more. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. And Kim, has been on our show many times, and it's always wonderful, always powerful processes, right? And so this is about, getting you ready to shift in this world, having a magical shift, allowing you to access, new possibilities, a new possibility, potential alignment of yourself as a light master, because we all are masters. We've forgotten that, but if we are on this journey and we are on these types of calls, we are masters. Okay, so we're going to be looking into that as well. So Kim is, like I said, has been with us many, many times. She's powerful. The activations that she does are really, really powerful. So just be forewarned, I guess you could say, but get ready for a ride. She's an internationally known multidimensional, transformational, vibrational intuitive. And she's owned Song of the Heart, which is her website, her company, since 1995. And she's been working in the healing and transformational arts and for many, many years, 30 plus years. So we get to enjoy all of her talents, skills, abilities today on the show. Kim is a conscious channel, aligning and working through the I Am frequency under the guidance of her I Am Alchemy Team Collective. And her team collective consists of Ascended Masters, Archangels, Angelics, Galactics, Star Beings, Crystallines, Interdimensionals, Intergalactics, like dolphins and dragons, Elementals, etc. So there's so much that is possible for us right now during this show, during this time. So I'm so excited. So please join me in welcoming Kim to the show. Kim, welcome. Welcome back.
I'm so happy to be here again. Thank you, Alara.
Thank you.
We're in such powerful energies right now.
We are, absolutely. And so we're going to get going in just a second, but I wanted to just say again to everybody that we are going to be taking live caller questions. Kim is going to be doing mini sessions and doing energetic processes. So if you would like to work with Kim one-on-one, please raise your hand or type your question in the chat. All right, so Kim, I know you're going to start off with a process, a grounding process. My dog is going nuts at the moment. He has something that he shouldn't have, so I don't know where he got it, where he found it, but he's playing with something he shouldn't have. But my husband will get it. I know, he's just in a playful mood. So yeah, so let's start off by doing the grounding and connecting process, and then we'll go from there. Okay, sounds good?
Beautiful. Yes, thank you. Well, interesting with your dog, because nature is really connecting with us, and pets love the energy. Do you have a cat too? Do you have a kitty?
Just a dog. Just a dog.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, just a dog. Yes, cats. So if your cats come in or your dogs, just let them come. They're a part of all of this, and yeah, they just really enjoy that. So powerful energies with the equinox. And we're in a void of course moon right now. So if you feel a little bit of fogginess and fuzzy, what that means is that the moon is not making any aspects to any other planet. It's kind of in a tunnel. We're in the Sagittarian void of course moon. So it does not go direct until, let me just look here because this is significant, until it enters Capricorn at 7:16 Eastern Standard Time. Early evening. So for us over here on the Central Time. So just with this powerful wave that came in with the equinox, I don't know, you may have been noticing a lot of dreaming and really weird dreams. I know I have.
Yeah, for sure.
So
intense as well,
yeah,
you know, yeah.
yeah, intense and no rhyme or reason with it. And I'll talk about that in a little bit, but I just want to do some grounding and integrating with this equinox energy coming in. So just take a deep breath. And I live in nature. I live in north central Wisconsin in a rural area, which is why I'm not on video. We are getting higher speed internet, but it's they tell me it's coming, so we'll see. But just really feel the nature, because I'm sending that to you. Nature is very activated right here, right now. A lot of robins and woodpeckers, flickers, which are all about drumming in new rhythms. And if you know what a flicker looks like, it has a half moon on its breast, half crescent moon, and it's just really stunning. And that was the theme today. So robin is also, well, it's interesting because in the southern hemisphere, it is spring, right? Did I get that right? Yes, and we're going through our autumn. So it's your spring. So robin is a harbinger of spring. And what's the spring forth in your life? In the energy of the new. So just find a moment and just invite yourself, just begin to gather yourself in right now, wherever you may be lingering. If you're driving, I don't recommend it. However, we're just going to set this beautiful energy around you. And especially when I do facilitate the activation at the end, I would really ask that you not be driving for that. This is more grounding. Okay, just gathering yourself in and finding your center, whether that for you is in the gut, whether it's in the core star, between the heart and the solar plexus, whether it's in the heart. Just begin to drop into your center. Just intend to do that without knowing how or why. And just take a few deep, slow breaths, slow your breathing. Oh, and I'm noticing the hara area, the life force lighting up, seeing beautiful rainbow energy here. And it reminds me of where you used to hula hoop, or maybe you still do. I don't know, the hula hoop area. For me, it shows up like a band around you. And I'm seeing this beautiful rainbow energy coming in as we're activating our life force and bringing in integration for the powerful waves that came in with the equinox and are still coming in. And that we really allow this to be integrated within our own divinity and our divine plan, and as it gets stepped down into 4D and 3D, which 4D and 3D are merged right now. So just feeling that. Holding the spine very straight. I'm noticing beautiful selenite moving through the spinal column. Many crystalline beings are interfacing with us right now, as they are part of the crystalline and galactic grids. And just feeling your connection to divine source energy, the galactic center, the galactic central sun, while staying in your body, in your physical vehicle. And instead, bring the awareness of yourself expanding. And the aware of what is occurring around you, 360 degrees, above, below, right, left, etc. Just tune on. I'm seeing lighting up. I'm seeing everyone light up, like switching on. Yes, Light Master, you are that aware. Bringing those holographic awarenesses. You don't have to figure out what it is. Just intend that you are aware that you're aware. I am aware that I'm aware that I'm aware. Bringing your full awareness. And then through the central column, just feeling the alignment as best as your being is ready to align with the light body centers, as well as the 7 chakras, the primary chakras within the biofield. Allowing the endocrine system to relax and to release the vagus nerve, connecting the brains in the head, brain in the heart, the brain in the gut. feeling that matrix smoothing out and calibrating. And just take another deep breath. Opening up the chakras in the palms and the feet. And the other energy centers in the hips, the knees, the ankles, etc. Also opening up the release valves in the center, the arches of the feet, back of the heart, also seeing back of the throat center. Oh, and just taking this deep breath. And through the central column, I invite you to send your awareness below your feet, feeling those energy centers in the feet, releasing anything that is wanting to be let go at this time. As we all gather in the frequency of I am. And just bring your awareness three legs below your feet, the Earth Star chakra, just dropping into that Earth Star. And I'm going with what I'm noticing that has been showing up for a while with the Earth Star. I'm noticing my feet are going into beautiful moss. Like if you were to take a forest bathing walk and you were to see this beautiful mossy area and what it feels like to stand in that, just invite you to explore that right now. And this is not any ordinary moss. It's the moss of the Earth Star, and it actually connects with the Chi Meridian. It's like that movie Avatar where they connect with home tree and the bonds with the home tree, and just feel that connection. There you go. Ooh, can feel everyone grounding right now. Ooh. And you're grounding into the beautiful harmonic grids of Gaia. And then moving all the way down into the Gaia gateway until we reach the center of Gaia's heart, the crystalline, beautiful heart space. And we just drop into Gaia's heart. And as soon as we do, Gaia releases fractals that assist you. It's unique to each person listening or will listen. Little crystalline fractals are moving and harmonizing, recalibrating, and moving in your space, harmonizing your space around you, all centers connected with you, your home, bringing the grids and recalibrating them to where they need to be right now to support the changes and the shifts that you're ready to make and that you are making. And just feel that connection. I invite you to center in your heart again or wherever your center is. For some of you, it's the gut. Just go with what shows up for you, what feels right. Stating this first person, and if it feels right, just affirm with me gently. I am fully embodied. I am anchored and aligned with Gaia and fully connected to my own divine source and guidance at all times. I am bringing my full awareness to this connection. Take a deep breath. All energy that does not personally belong to me, I send back to where it belongs, blessed and transformed. I now call my energy back, transformed, blessed, integrating with grace and ease. And I invite you to bring your awareness to your I am presence, which is your higher self embodied. And just bring that down into your being, that awareness, and begin to see your I am in a circle around you as a team. That totally represents the universe has my back. Okay, and this is connecting in with that holographic version of the 360 degrees around you. Yes, just feeling that I am team. Just feeling that love and support. Your I am is your embodied divine expression through you as you. We invite the beautiful master being that works through this I am frequency, the star galactics, the crystallines, the elementals, the ascended masters, archangels, etc. The star nations, lots of Arcturian energy coming in right now, and has been in the last 48 hours. Feeling this alignment, moving to the part of you that knows, that you know without having to know how you know it. And invite that magical child that is deep within you, that child that looks toward wonderment, joy, enlightenment. And just feeling into that, just invite that to integrate with you. As above, so below, as within, so without. As the universe, so shall the soul. Okay, just taking a deep breath, releasing anything that wants to release, back of the heart center, through the palm chakras, through the feet, that little arch. There's like little valves in the arches of the feet. You can just unscrew that little, there we go, just releasing all of that. Noticing a lot of earth dragons. Also noticing shungite and the grounding, black tourmaline, grounding stones that are really assisting around that earth star. Okay, and there's a sound tone coming in. I invite you just to focus on your center and just receive what this is for you. Just taking in a deep breath. There we go. I'm seeing the spinal column really like enlightened, like magical lights just moving up and down the spinal column as you are recalibrating the different energy centers, expanding, balancing. There we go. Just tapping into the energy of joy. So notice what's different right now, not what's the same, what's different. And we are ready.
Awesome. Thank
Alara,
you.
what are you noticing?
Well, yeah, that was great. It was exactly what we needed, you know, and I know for myself, you know, I'm noticing a lot more centeredness for sure, but at the same time, I'm noticing a more expanded energy. I don't know why my throat is now suddenly, sounds like I have a sore throat or something. But there's definitely some activity happening in my throat right now as well. It wasn't there before, so it's like there's shifting happening.
Yes, that's interesting that you say that, because that is really what is coming online, that with the ether, the throat center, the expanded throat, speaking who we are, speaking forth, bringing this forth from the higher realms, from Star Nation lifetimes, simultaneous lifetimes, multidimensional lifetimes, that we've have these skill sets that are coming online right now that are really being activated. In fact, the equinox is all about opening up. Equinoxes are all about opening up portals in 7th D, which is light and sound, that create realities in our, 3rd and 4th dimension. So, and where the solstices are more about our practical work as we bring that through, but the equinoxes are portals. So I don't know about you, but I feel really different, but I can't articulate why or how or what.
And there's lots of comments also in the chat I wanted to share really quickly. So Yvonne is saying she's feeling more peaceful, energy around her head. Roshni says that was amazing, felt something being pulled out of my spine. Sarita says I'm feeling very hot in the body. Caroline says I'm feeling a nice balance, like my body is a pendulum. Nice, loving, thank you. So I'll share a few of those. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me too. And we are in the void of course moon. However, void of course are wonderful for meditative type events. It's more challenging to form an analytical kind of thought, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So it's about just being, just be, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, be
and while
in the higher vibration, of course. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Yes, and while I was facilitating that, I was hearing crows right outside my window, which is all about alchemy and magic and shape-shifting, and they're just magical beings if you have interfacing with crows at all. So,
and that's what we're talking about, right? We're talking about alchemy, we're talking about magic today, you know, magical shift, right? Alchemy and ascension, that's what we're talking about. So it's like the crows are there to validate that and confirm that.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Awesome.
Magic has always been so exciting to me, magic and alchemy. And magic using, of course, light energy, because there's all sorts of magic. But magic in alignment with the I am. Okay, when you align first with your I am, that is like your firewall. Everything that you do is right action. And then you know when that ego energy creeps in where you're acting out of integrity with that alignment. And so then oftentimes all we need to do is bring our awareness back to that alignment. And it's intention. So it's very simple in this time. We are at no other time are we being supported so much. Although it feels sometimes like we're all alone, especially when we're watching our family members, which many friends and family are really going through some shifts. And some of them are having a hard time with it. And so that's why these calls are so useful, because they really help us kind of fill our own coffers, so to speak, and be of support.
Absolutely. And that I was talking about that earlier in my group call too. It's like it's time for us to fill our cup so that we can support more with more ease, right?
Yes.
So we have to fill our cup.
We have not really even begun to go through the dark night of the soul of the collective. I mean, it's starting, yes, but there's way more coming. And so those of you that are waking up really quickly, there's a reason for that, because you're supposed to be online. You have skills and abilities that, and the first effect is to doubt it, to doubt that you have these abilities, or start to compare. Like, well, that person has these abilities and I don't. Well, what's wrong? You know, what's wrong with me? That's a big collective pattern right now.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Shift that to what's right with me. What's unique for me? You know, there's no one like you. There's no one that has had multidimensional experiences that you've had exactly in the same way. And there never will be. So just really tap into that light master versus light worker.
Nice. Yeah, I like that much better. You know, that the light master sounds much more empowering than the light worker. Light workers, it just keeps, you know, feels hard. You know, it's like keep trudging away, keep doing. But light master, it's like you're a master of your energy, you're a master of your light, you're a master of this reality.
Yes. And you can connect, yes, you're connecting also with future selves, perceived future selves, let's say that, because all time is now. It's only in the 3rd and 4th that we really calibrate time in the way that it is. Really, there is no time. But trying, you know, that's kind of challenging to get your head around. Your analytical mind. Well, we won't do that.
So just really quickly, Yvonne was wondering about, you know, what type of questions can we ask? Because I had said at the beginning that you're going to be taking live caller questions, doing some mini sessions, and for people to raise their hand or type their questions in the chat. And so she's wondering, what type of questions can we ask you?
Well, whatever's burning in your, whatever you get guided to, just tap into your heart, connect with your I am, and just whatever is surfacing for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's something that would be handled more in a personal session, that would be, you know, that will come through too. But whatever is going to be asked will be asked for all, because we're all a collective. We're all one. Wherever you are, the grid is lighting up. So whatever you are directed to ask, that is maybe on your plate right now, just feel free.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. But yeah, but go to your heart space, you know, and ask from there, you know, so that, you know, it's not just something from your mind, but something that's really, you know, relevant to you in the moment, not, you know, 5 years ago, what's happening, you know, it's like, but what's going on with you right now? And how can that, you know, help all of us who are watching now, listening now, watching later, listening later as well, right? I also think about the collective and the community, you know, can your question be helpful to everybody?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Awesome.
Indeed. Yeah.
Thank you. So yes, we have some, you know, people with their hands raised, but, you know, you let me know when you're ready to take questions. But in the meantime, you know, I do want to talk a little bit about, you know, are we ready for a magical shift, and what does that look like? And what does that mean? Yes, I'm ready. Of course I'm ready. What do you mean? I'm, you know, what kind of question is that? You know, I'm thinking, of course I'm ready, but are we really, right?
Yes, that's a great question, because that, okay, so let me just ask this. So you've shifted already, even from when you first got on the call to even that process. So, everything is in a flux right now. Everything is subject to change. We are literally walking out where there are no roadmaps. And it's like, okay, sometimes it feels like we're stepping off a cliff, and will there be the landmass up to meet me as I step off this precipice? That's what it feels like some days. And so things are always shifting. I had an interesting thought when I woke up this morning. It's kind of like, well, who am I today? Like looking in the mirror, like, who am I today? I felt different, and I didn't really, again, I'm not really able to articulate how or why or what. I knew that when I stepped outside today and I did go on a bike ride, that nature was so in tune. It was just so activated. And I felt just this, it was a deeper connection with nature. And we just returned from our retreat, transformed by the sea, which I've been home a little over a week. I'm still really integrating that I was gone for 10 days, and we had a magical, magical retreat. It was my 5th annual, where we are on just this most amazing vortex peninsula that is one of the 2nd major fault lines of the earth. And there are rocks that have upturned over 1 billion years old that we're navigating and climbing on. And it's just, first of all, it's all copper and silver. And then there's all sorts of minerals and crystalline energies and beings. So it's impossible for anyone to sit on anything incongruent. It'll just start bringing it all up.
Wow.
But nature was really, in a lot of the pictures that we were taking, we were having elementals showing up in the pictures. It was just really magical. And I could really, like, if you're feeling out of center, one of the most magical places is to get into nature, around trees, around water, because there are doorways that are opening, there are galactic portals. Nature is really connecting. And it's almost like it's reaching way beyond the veils to connect with you, the elementals, etc. And so I could really feel that as I stepped out of my door this morning. It was like, wow, this is just magical. And it just felt so good. The air was so clean, and it just really felt beautiful. So remember, nature has never gone into separation. And so you are receiving actually the beautiful Lake Superior energies. This is such a powerful place that should actually be called an ocean. But you are receiving it. And one of the 12 etheric temples is in this area. And the center of it is in Lake Superior. It's just, and it has to do with the temple of rejuvenation and revitalization. And so that's what we're doing. The heart, it's all ushered through the electromagnetic field of the heart. Your heart is a stargate. It's an electromagnetic portal. Well, the whole ascension process, the DNA shifting and whatnot, and new DNA codes coming online, is crystallines, etc., is all about the heart and the electromagnetic, the sun, as it interfaces with the electromagnetic spectrum. So this is all, it's all magnetic. And so magnetic brings forth the scalar energy, the way the scalar moves, which is a torsion field. And so much of the shifts, and I like to say this, like many of us have cleared things from the past, incongruent patterns, and then we're revisiting it at a higher level. Well, if you look at a spiral and how it moves in an upward and a downward place, you have cleared a lot of it, but you're revisiting it at a higher trajectory. And so that's how torsion or scalar fields work. And literally, your heart is a scalar or torsion field because of the magnetics. So I invite you just to explore that right now. And nature holds within the platonic solids. There are so many spirals that show up in nature. If you look at the nautilus shell, you can look at the flowers and the spirals with them. So just nature is really reaching out. And you don't have to live in nature. You can connect with nature just through that field of the heart. Whether you have houseplants, whether you're looking at a picture or bringing on in the internet some beautiful, inspiring nature photos, you're connecting with them. So power places you can connect with. I invite you right now to connect with Lake Superior. Just feel what you're feeling with that. Just extend that out and feeling that crystalline temple within that beautiful Lake Superior. I'm seeing some dolphin energy coming in with that. And of course the whales. There's just beautiful energy. It's there's a wild, untamed energy with this beautiful space. Whew. Okay, so we need to ground again. Yeah, this is really, the frequencies coming in right now are really, just really connecting with that center of Gaia. She's just anchoring this, and also the Shungite. I didn't know that was going to come in like that. I'm just, I align, and it's whatever shows up is cool. So what are you noticing right now? What are you feeling right now, Alara? Because that Lake Superior energy is really...
Absolutely, and that's the thing, is like, tapping into the energy of Lake Superior and tapping into that etheric temple. It's also about allowing yourself and your portals within you to open up and receive, right? So this is about receiving, so yes, connecting, but also be willing to receive, right?
And that's a good point. So we invite you to open up your receiver channels right now. And again, you don't need to know how to do this, just intend that they open. This is a safe space. There are many beautiful guardian, I'm seeing a lot of Syrian lion beings around this, guardian energies, and no one messes with them, ever. Feeling this. And Alara, how's that throat doing? Did that shift?
Yeah, it's much better, much better. Because before I was even feeling like a pulling in my throat, but that's gone now. So it's doing much better.
Beautiful.
I'm sure it's going to continue throughout the call.
Yeah, it opens more for you. Yes, that's what it feels. I just noticed that. I'm just seeing this beautiful blue spinning around that like celestite. And it's just,
beautiful. I love celestite. Yes, nice. Nice. I like that.
Yeah. I'm actually seeing an octahedron, the 8-sided. I'm seeing that spinning at your throat center. Ooh, you're getting an upgrade of some sort. So that's
awesome. I'll receive it. And if somebody else wants to have it, just say yes to it too. Right? Say, I'll have that.
Yeah. It's for everyone. Yeah. And beautiful. So how many of us have shut down or have masked our truth? And we'll not even get into that, but it's a time for you to speak it forth. And it may not be a lot of words. It may just be the intent of speaking. It might just be, I am. I am here. I am in your name. Because that holds power. Whew.
And, you know, we are, I think, right now being called to express ourselves, to be our authentic selves, and just,
Mhm.
you know, speak, but just express. It doesn't have to be verbal, but just be, you know?
Yes, be who you are. Be who we are. As playful in all of it. It doesn't mean, many people think that being or living a spiritual life means that, well, you can't ever show, you know, like you can't ever be angry, or you can't ever, that's, your authenticity is your authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
When anger comes up, it's really important. Yes, how we respond to that versus react is key, but that is part of your authenticity. You know, it's not just about being this, what do I want to say, this, someplace where you've gotten that incongruent energy around what it means to be spiritual. Spiritual just means not material. But usually when anger surfaces, there's a great teaching there. There's something that we've given our power to, or something that is coming up that is where we've hidden our power. And it's a beautiful place to just dive into and explore. I don't know how I got into that.
Yeah, and that's really interesting where you're talking about, you know, where we've hidden our power, right? Where we've repressed ourselves in some way, suppressed ourselves in some way. You know, in that capacity, wherever we are repressing ourselves, suppressing ourselves, not expressing our truth and who we are, maybe there's a power there, right? And maybe we were a little bit afraid of that power. Is that possible too?
Yes, definitely, because that a lot of people have been tying into other timelines, which are past lives, etc., which are simultaneous right now. We are literally going through another multidimensional convergence, or converging, like kind of like a dovetail funneling down of other timelines. There, as we're connecting here, so it's like a funnel that's moving down within us, and there are resonances that are surfacing that we have no idea, even a structure from this timeline, what we're experiencing. Okay, hold on. There's a sound tone coming in here. I can feel some transmuting happening here. Okay. Whew. That's better. I was feeling all this percolating stuff around. It was like hard to talk. Yes, where we've hidden our power from ourselves. Many times they have their roots in other timelines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So where we've been killed for our truth, oh my gosh, this is coming up again. You know, I'm ready to speak my truth, but I'm feeling a lot of fear around this. Okay, follow that thread back. Where does that lead? Is it this timeline? Perhaps it is. Is there another timeline? Start to ask questions. Start to follow where you are. Remember, you are already a light master. Invoke your I am team around you. It's always there with every incarnation. You are open to receive this information. Like I'm talking with you right now. You can dialogue 24/7 with your I am. Okay, and again, your I am is your higher self embodied. When you contemplate higher self, many times our attention goes above us. Mm-hmm. Like we're not, and we've been taught we're not worthy to receive that. Well, you are it. Embody it. It's your divinity. That's what the ascension process is. We're embodying the divine here, now, in co-creative assistance with Gaia. And by the way, if you resonate with what I'm sharing, beautiful. If not, let it go. It might be for someone else. Okay? It's being your authentic self means you detach from how it is, what your message sounds like to another. If you align with your I am, then all action is right action. And too often we've been taught, or actually suppressed or repressed, like, whoa, what will the neighbors think? Mm-hmm. What will so-and-so think? They won't like me anymore if I really express this. Well, many people don't think. Many people are programmed. And you're stepping out of the programming. So always go with what feels congruent with you at your heart. What is in alignment with you? whether it's in a book, whether it's from a master teacher, you are the master. It's time for that to really come online. The world depends on, the world's waiting for your message.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be expressed in art, music, whatever it is, whatever lights you up.
Absolutely.
Whew.
And just, you know, it can be just by you being your loving, kind self, you know, radiating compassion out to the world, you know?
Yes.
That's a lot too.
Yes.
So just recognize that.
Yes.
Snuggling
with your fur babies, you don't need to be out and doing things. I mean, follow the joy within you.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So Yvonne had a question. And she says, I'd like to ask you, Kim, how we can pull in our gifts more fully from past and future selves to create in the now moment.
That's a really good question.
Right? Yeah.
So so that's the perk of all this. Like many clients are asking, well, I've been clearing for years and years and years. How much do I have to go through this? Well, clearing is more about integrating. You're releasing the negative energy and then balancing. It's not that you're going to forget what occurred with you, but you're balancing the charge on it. You're creating more of a neutral space or a balance, which is new to your reality. As we do this, we have access, and it just can come in. It can come in and access to the skill sets. Let me finish that. Access to the skill sets of what we've mastered in these other timelines. And it can come in. You can, many times it just shows up. Like you're doing something and all of a sudden, wow, you receive this download. Or, and again, the more relaxed and our receiver channels are opening, the more we receive this. Many times in nature, many times when we are relaxed and we've created space, either through meditation, movement. I'm a moving meditator. When I go on my bike ride, I'm just connected in, and I'm just, I receive a lot of downloads, or in the shower, or in a bath. So you may notice where you receive information, but start to jot that down. And just a note on that, Mars is retrograde right now. So Mars is, and again, I do utilize astrology in the way of harnessing the energy of what's available. Anytime that anything takes away your expansive abilities or your ability to expand or limits you, if astrology is limited, which I don't really go into the predictive astrology, I'm not really into that because it takes away our expansion, and it limits us. So, but we're in Mars retrograde right now, which is appearing to go backwards. So oftentimes retrograde planets are all about the inward aspects. So Mars represents what drives you, what initiates you, what gets you going. It's in the initiating fire sign of Aries. So it's reversed right now. It's retrograde. So it's more about the inward focus. So this is a good time to get ideas and to start to jot ideas down. And then when Mars goes direct November 13th, that's really a time to act on those. Like you may get more insights. It's more, right now it's more the inward, that yin energy, where the yang energy is more outward movement of that. So again, just pay attention. It doesn't mean that you can't act on that now, because again, that's limitation. But when you start to harness we are the planet, so they don't do anything to us. But when we start to harness these planetary source systems, it's amazing what occurs. And we're in the Virgo energy right now. Well, Virgo is the sign of the priestess, the self-container, the self-reliant, self-contained. I know Virgo has gotten a bad rap because it can tend to be critical at the lower end of it. And even though our sun has moved into Libra, which is all about collaborating and cooperating and co-creating, the Virgo energy is about the harmony of that priestess energy. And it really aligned with all of these, the Saturn and Pluto, and as well as Jupiter, the planet of expansion. So all of these outer planets are direct right now, and a lot of the inward planets are either retrograde or going to be retrograded. So a lot of the inward focus, we're really going deep within and cleaning out the coffers, cleaning out our shadow, cleaning out the not good enough, the not worthies, the, okay, so-and-so told me this and I still have this pattern going on. We're here to clear that out. And so when we clear that out, we have access. We have access to those other gifts that we've mastered. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we're in the new moon. We go into the take action phase, actually. Let me just see. The first quarter starts actually tonight at 9:54 p.m. Eastern time. So that's a take action to whatever you planted around the new moon, the seed planting, which the new moon was the 17th or last Thursday at 7 a.m. Eastern. So whatever is going on with you then, whether you literally planted seeds or not, tonight is about, we're moving into the first quarter, which is all about taking action. So some of the take action might be simply journaling or writing something down or asking a question. If I were to know what my gifts were, what might show up? And writing down open-ended questions, because when you journal, you actually utilize that right and that left brain. And I really like to hand write because you're really activating the Sanskrit, the different symbology of the letters and your writing ability. And you use both sides of the brain, male, female, left, right, etc. And when you ask an open-ended question like that, and you, without expecting an answer, and you drop into the field of the heart, you're engaging the 0 point and you're the quantum field. And that is alchemy and magic. You're tapping into the magic of the possibility potential that exists. And then always through the I am frequency. So we want the possibilities that connect in with the I am, because other possibilities, all possibilities exist. Some are useful, some are not. But if you align with your I am, then you're going to get what you've not even thought of yet. So I guess that was a long, lengthy answer to that question, but whatever came through was, I trust, was important. A lot of Arcturian energy coming in today.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Awesome. Good. And you know, that was a relevant answer and relevant question. It is also about, you know, when you're journaling, when you're asking questions, when you are going inward, you know, it's going to come to you. The answer is going to come to you, but you have to ask. But at the same time, yes, clear away those doubts, clear away that not good enough, clear away the comparisitis, you know, that kind of thing, you know, and just be you. And knowing also that, you know, you have all of these gifts that are available to you because you have access to them in other lifetimes, other dimensions, etc. So they are there, but it's just, you know, in this lifetime, you know, that's not how we were raised, most of us, right? So it might take a little while for them to come to the surface, but it also happens when you start taking a chance with yourself, start practicing something, start doing something, you know, then the energies will start to come through. I know that's how it happened with me. I didn't know anything when I first started, right? But I started something and then other things started to come through. And then I kept on practicing and playing with it and doing other things. And now it's like, oh my God, it's amazing, right? So they are available for you, okay?
That's an interesting point, and I'll just share something of that, starting something. Because too often times, and we're in the Virgo cycle right now, and I'm Leo, I have Cancer rising, but a lot of Virgo energy. I have Moon in Virgo, Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Virgo. I know Virgo really well. And Virgo says, okay, well, it has to be perfect before I really launch this. Mm-hmm. Well, perfection never comes. It's like start something, because, and you will have fear that, didn't you have fears that came up?
Of
Alara?
course. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still persevered, you know.
Yep. That's when you know you're on the right track, by how much fear is coming up.
Oh, good. Good to know. Then I had a lot. So I was like, oh, good. I was on the right track. But the thing is, it's like, you know, I kept telling myself, I'm just going to play with it. I'm just going to play with it. You know, it's not a big deal. I'm just playing. I'm just going to see what happens, you know, see how it goes. Yeah, it's amazing what can develop.
I love that. I love that word, play.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we play, and that's all about Leo, everyone has Leo somewhere in their chart. When we play, that ego loses that stranglehold on us that says, oh, well, they're just playing. I'm out of here. You know, that the ego is the one that is in your head, the little monkey brain.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I say play, because otherwise we put so much stress on ourselves, we put so much pressure on ourselves, and we have so many expectations, right? But if you're just playing, it's like, we'll see, you know? It's I don't mind trying to play with myself.
Yes.
So Linda, I know, has to leave soon if she's not leaving already. So Linda, do you want to just unmute yourself quickly so you can say hi to Kim and maybe ask a quick question before you go? Linda? Maybe she's already gone, but she's got her hand raised still here. But I can't unmute you for whatever reason. So if you want to unmute yourself, Linda, that'd be great. If not, it's okay. Maybe not. So maybe she can't. It's okay. No worries, Linda. Okay, so, but she says hi to you, Kim.
Okay, hi, Linda.
All right, so we're gonna go to Caroline, or Carolyn. I don't know which Caroline it is, so you wanna unmute yourself, Caroline, Carolyn?
Is that me or the other one?
It's you. Yeah, it's you.
Oh, hi, sweetie. Yeah, I put my camera towards what I view here with in my window with the sun and my beautiful tree at my house, and so that's the view that you're seeing.
Nice.
Alara, that is. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. I knew I needed to take vacation time for this call, and I'm just sitting here, just basking in the energy, and I just feel so congruent and so beautiful and so balanced and so nice. All the words that you're saying. I'm gonna change light worker to light master.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I've mastered many of my gifts, and I know there's more to come as we're always evolving. And Alara, my manager, approved my retirement.
Beautiful.
Now it's gone to the director. So any day I'm getting the big stamp of approval.
Yay.
So I'll be able to take further action than just part-time, right? So
yeah.
I'm just, yeah.
Awesome.
So, Kim.
Beautiful.
Yeah. This moving, not urge, but this moving, this constant, am I moving? Is that just my moving out of work, or do I need to move out of this house? Because there's thoughts that come up. Is there mold in the house? Do I need to move? And then, of course, there's a husband attached to those thoughts going, well, you know, with his thoughts. So am I moving physically or not? And I hear October, so I don't know.
Moving. Okay, so when I tap into that, I'm not really getting, what are you getting? What do you get around that? Do you want to, does your house feel congruent with you? It feels more esoteric in the moving. Yeah. It's almost like you're moving within, but it's the within piece first. There's a lot percolating around you, and I just heard you mention that you had a big change at work. So it feels like there's a lot percolating within you, and then it will be the reflection of without, you know, around you, like what will occur outside of, or perceiving outside of yourself. In other words, it almost feels like if it is to occur, it's going to just show up really quickly, and it's going to go bing, 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 everything, all the ducks in a row. Line up. Yeah, it's not like something that you have to really contemplate or really, because of the move and the changes that are occurring within you. I'm seeing just a lot of torsion fields within you, a lot of recalibrating and moving things around in your inner realm. And then this being harmonized with your partner as well. So your husband, is he on the spiritual journey, or is he just kind of getting pulled along with you?
He's getting pulled along, yeah. He's a good man. He's just getting pulled along. Yeah.
Well, it's coming. That's interesting that you say that, because it's coming through. It's being ushered through the divine feminine, and this does not mean that there are not men on the call that are really actively on the spiritual path. That they're just kind of being introduced by the women, and he's kind of going along with you. I mean, because he's constantly having to course correct with the shifts that you are making. And sometimes it easily happens that way, and sometimes it doesn't. So you know when you're not in resonance and when you are. So a lot of times it's just giving him space to do that. And it sounds like you live in nature too, or live.
I live near nature. I live near Lake Ontario, so I'm just a 2-minute drive. So that's where I start my day every single day. So I'm very blessed for that. All the trees, and I have four beautiful trees around my house. It's just, it's the inside of the house. As soon as I come inside, I feel like I just want to go back outside. There's not enough light inside, and I wish I could just open up the whole inside, and money-wise, it's not affordable right now. So I keep wondering, well, do I need to move, or is it just...
Okay, so there is some, so I'm glad we talked about that.
Good.
Yeah,
I felt that open in my throat.
Yeah, there's something to shift in your house here. So we're going to ask that the grids be brought up and recalibrated to where they need to be right now. And I'm seeing a lot of clearing. I'm seeing a torsion field going right underneath your house and into the grid. Clearing. I'm feeling some clearing occurring right now. And back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to use a sound scan here.
Matter.
Okay, this one. So just bring your space. Just connect in there. There we go. Wow, I'm getting really warm and feeling a lot of heat coming up. There's energy leaving the grid. Just hold on a second here. And this is for everyone that I'm feeling a lot of people. This is occurring for you as well. Your grids are being recalibrated. Through the earth, we welcome all limitation, all negative energy, all entities. We welcome you from within the divinity of our being. We say to you, you are healed and forgiven, lifted and enlightened. You are surrounded and filled with the Christ frequency of divine love. You are surrounded and filled with the Christ frequency of divine light. You are free from fear, pain, suffering, and the earth's vibration. Please go now with the beautiful many to take you to your right perfect place. Go in love, go in peace. You are healed and forgiven, lifted and enlightened. Healed, forgiven, lifted and enlightened. Healed, forgiven, lifted and enlightened. Wow, and I'm seeing beautiful golden light coming up from the earth, just moving all of this incongruent out. I'm seeing that around your space. I'm seeing a lot of shifting. Do you have, how much land do you have?
I don't have land. It's just a corner home.
Yard?
It's a very simple corner home. But I would love some land.
Are there, okay, because I'm seeing a land. So are there other residents that live there?
Yes, it's a residential area. Yes, very near, everybody very close, yeah.
Okay, so I'm seeing this just being lifted out. A lot of fear from people, but this is something very old that left from the grid as well. Old energy, old, like, yeah, I'm just hearing old, ancient. Whoa, it's just releasing. What are you noticing just right now? What are you experiencing?
What I'm experiencing is a huge spiral, as above as below, just clearing out, almost like a slinky kind of thing, but in a spiraling way. And I saw the vision of in I still have my eyes closed with the scene in The Wizard of Oz where the house is lifted and it's like you're not in Kansas anymore kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Right now, I did see the Solaris, golden Solaris beams coming in. The Solaris quartz, beautiful golden beams. They've just been coming in to me for about the last year or so, that really prominently, and they're just coming in. They're just recalibrating. Feeling a lot of the elementals. I'm seeing your house flooding with flowers. I'm seeing the energy of orchids. I'm seeing, and you may notice that when you look around that things need to kind of be moved. Whether you're moving the table like an inch or so, like something needs to, I'm seeing you actually physically moving things around. Whether it's a vase or something, a picture, you'll know. And that's representing the shift that's already occurring here. And I'm feeling a lot of shifts with the home. And you're like, it's like a beacon of light for the others. And I'm also seeing the violet flame with the golden ray coming right in, down through your central column in the central area of your home. And that's transmuting a lot of the fear that everyone's in with what's percolating on the earth right now, which is coming up to clear. So that's some part of what you were experiencing too, that was adding to it. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so this is gonna continue for 2 days. It's just gonna keep continuing releasing, and you may actually want to get a beautiful orchid, just bringing it in your home. I love orchids. I have 3 blooming ones right here and several. I have probably about 9. Or just the energy or the picture of an orchid, because that will hold the frequency. And then you'll know if you are supposed to physically move.
Beautiful. Thank you.
What are you feeling right now? Okay, we're just going to integrate this and harmonize. Harmonize the change and integrate it. There we go. Seeing your heart really opening. Woo. What are you experiencing?
Again, just peace, and my center is directly like in the middle of my heart, and I always feel like a very strong echoing in my heart, and a lot of energy in my heart.
Yeah. And through your husband's I am present, and this is available for him if he chooses. We're just going to just set up this recalibrating option. It's like an option for him to recalibrate and to harmonize with this shift. That it's gentle for him. There we go. Ooh, that felt really, I saw that just go right through the spine.
Yeah, because we did speak about being on the same page. So, and I know that what we're going through is global as well. So I am a global healer as well. So absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's about being in harmony, because not always are we on the same page, because that's just not how it works. You know, you go through these stages and then integrate and harmonize, and so yeah, he's learning a lot through you, and he's more intuitive than you realize, than he realizes, that he gives himself credit for.
I think more than he realizes, yes.
Yeah, because the men have been learning to shut it all down. You know, that it's just been part of that. So they're awakening really quickly. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Awesome. Good. Thank you, Caroline. Keep me posted. Let me know how it goes.
Oh, you'll be the first to know.
Awesome. Good. All right. We're going to go to Simona.
Hi, Alara. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Simona. How are you?
Simona.
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
I want to acknowledge you both, as it's about 1 year since, I've been on accelerated path, and you have been important.
Awesome. So how can we support you today?
So today, I would appreciate the opportunity to release some tension and ideally to activate some trust, as even though I had an amazing year in terms of revelations and clearings and upgrading. It feels like autumn is a season in which I go again on a roller coaster, and as let's say, part of it meant some intense emotional pain of dealing, especially with the childhood trauma. Somehow I am a bit stuck, as I think it's the fear of going through deep pain again, even though I know that releasing that gives me a whole new opportunity.
Okay, so the fear that you're coming up with, that, okay, so that's resistance. So where do you feel that in your being? When you tap into that resistance, of that fear of, oh, I'm going to go through this again, oh no, where do you feel that? What's the first thing that comes to you?
So it's pain in my stomach and somehow tension from my knees down to my ankles.
Okay, so moving forward. Okay, wow. So the first thing I'm noticing is just a lot of support coming in from you from the Earth Stars Center, the chakra, which is a light body center, and from Gaia herself, just really supporting you through these changes. So I'm feeling a lot of, I'm seeing the root chakra now really activated, seeing it just beautiful golden spiral at the tip of the tailbone, feeling that line and just releasing that apprehension. We're also going to open up, really focus on the arches of the feet and opening those valves and just releasing what already shifted today on the call. And I'm seeing that calibration for your space, that house harmonizing, also occurring with your space to support you. And I'm to tell you, at no other time are you ever so supported. And it's that those, let me just see here. These are unconscious patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Subconscious, unconscious patterns. Okay, I'm seeing, again, that root chakra. I'm also seeing your third eye. And it feels like there is other timelines connected with this too. That's way more than I could get into on this call right here. This is, we're just, so what's happening is that some of this resistance is just moving out of here. So healed. Just releasing, seeing this beautiful coral, pink coral coming in this color. There we go. And feeling through the spinal column, there's a little more alignment. What are you noticing? What are you noticing right now?
I feel heavy on my shoulders and middle back.
Yeah. Okay.
And also my ankles and my feet somehow feel.
Okay. So this is about moving forward. Okay, so working with that releasing. Okay, so I'm hearing a sound tone coming in. See if we can just release a little bit of resistance, because it feels like what's showing up for you is what. So when we have it, let's backtracking a little bit. When we have a pattern that's showing up to shift, or patterns, they get louder. They start getting our attention more. That's when we know it's starting to come in the forefront. So there's a big shift for you. However, what we're doing today is just releasing some of the resistance. And I'm not doing anything. It's through your I am presence. So I invite you just to be just to take a deep breath and to relax. Just relax. Because I can feel a lot of this apprehension. The resistance is the pain. Okay, the pain is the resistance. It's like, what's that saying? All God's fences are picket. It hurts to sit on the fence. So that's what I'm sensing. I'm sensing you contracting because you don't want to face what's actually coming up to clear. But on the other side of that wall is amazing, amazing, beautiful freeing up of energy, as we've talked about before. So and I'm seeing rose quartz coming in too right now. So I'm just going to use, I'm just hearing a sound tone coming through, and language of light comes through the sound. So just focus, dropping into that area where you feel heaviness. And also I'm getting your gut, your stomach. Ooh, base of the skull, feeling a lot of shifting there. Throat center. Are you wearing a mask a lot? Or are you having to do that for your job, or are you noticing
No,
that you're
just
doing that?
when shopping.
Okay. Yeah, I'm almost, well, it's metaphorically being masked, because I can feel that releasing. Your voice changed. Did you notice
Yes,
that?
yes, yes.
So what's different?
It felt like, yeah, from my head throughout my body, and something was released through my, yeah, feet. I felt the wave of energy going.
Mm-hmm.
And
yep, I felt the mantis beings actually came in and started, like halfway through the sound I was really aware of them. And they're wonderful interfacers between the physical vehicle and then the shifts that occur, the esoteric shifts. And they really work with the body vehicle really beautifully well. Okay, so there's something really that's coming up to clear. Do you feel less apprehension now?
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, you may want to explore this further.
Yes.
You know, with what's ready to shift. But the resistance is gone, so you are going to start releasing some of it.
Excellent.
And you can always ask, and this is for everyone, by the way, because we're all representing the whole. There's no such thing as personal work, because it's for everyone. We are doing our specific piece, and then it always anchors into the grids, that information. And if you look at everything is information. So it's information that is either congruent or non-congruent or incongruent. And so it's information that would be assisting you, but it's actually going into the libraries of the grids for others to tap into. So awesome. Beautiful.
Good.
You're going to continue to release. So be gentle with yourself. And you can always ask your I am presence to moderate it, or to just back off a little bit. The you and the body, just, and that's with any big shift, just you can ask your I am to moderate it a little bit for you if it's just way too much.
I will. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Blessings.
Good. Thank you, Simona.
Thank
Good.
you.
Yeah. And you know, and that's the thing too, is like, you know, we don't have to experience hardship anymore. You know, we can ask that the ascension be gentle, be easier, you know, whatever we're experiencing energy wise, we can ask that it be more gentle. It does not mean it's going to stop. It's just, you know, it's like, yeah, I need a break, or yeah, you know, I can't handle this much right now for whatever reason, you know, ask for it to be more gentle. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. With ascension symptoms too, with this last wave that brought in, those quirky little body aches and things that we have, you can ask, you know, I need a night off, you know, sleeping.
Exactly. All right, we're going to take one or two more quick questions. So Roshni, you want to unmute yourself? Because I want to still do the process too, you know.
Hi Alara. Hi Kim. Right, okay, Alara's going to kill me because I'm still going to talk about my job. Right, so
That's okay. Let's get right to it. It's all right. It's all good.
I've been in this job for 31 years, and something tells me that I won't be there much longer. And I'm feeling so stuck and stagnant. I'm trying to be in the moment. I'm trusting. I've asked the angels. I love what Alara just said, is that I'm going to ask them to tone down the ascension symptoms, but it's got to a point where it's so overwhelming. I just feel like, God, I can't take anymore. Help.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that too, because you can also just say help. Okay, it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that, but with the intention of, I need help, please help, you know, to whoever you call on.
I kind of heard you screaming, help!
I wanted to be louder, but I thought I'd better calm.
Wow. Okay, so interesting. So this is all around your job and what you do. You just don't feel congruent with it. Is that it? Or
yeah, completely. It's highly stressful and highly toxic as well, and it's just not resonating with me anymore.
So what would happen if you just leave and took the big leap?
If I do that, because we have a mortgage, there is like the small problem with finances. And I know from my previous calls with Alara and you know, that I will be protected, and I know I am being protected, but there's always that fear, and I think it might not be my fear, it might be my partner's fear, but you know I always will be protected, but I've got to kind of protect his fear as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like, okay, so will there be land to meet me if I step off this cliff?
Yeah.
So it's not about being protected. Sorry, Kira, I'm just going to say, it's not about being protected, but knowing that you're supported and knowing that the universe has your back, but you still have to take the action, right?
Yeah, that's my key. I think I'm too chicken to take it, because I don't want it to cause like a sort of rift between me and my partner. You know, because he's an accountant, so when it comes to finances and job, he's very like, no way can you leave your job, you know, you've been there 31 years, we've got a mortgage, you got to be sensible. Whereas I'm like, it will sort out, the angels will sort it out. But he won't see it like that.
So that's interesting. So you're going to have to come to terms with either what's going on with you versus what your partner, like, I'm just seeing like some harmonizing with that. He may not understand it, but you're just going to have to come to terms with that, especially if it's very toxic and it's draining your energy, which it feels like that may be so.
Yeah, absolutely.
So connecting in with the, universe, in the realm of what is on my plate. And it's interesting because when you were talking, I kept thinking about, wow, there's a take action phase tonight. You know, like, well, you know, because the moon goes into first quarter on tonight at 9:54 Eastern time in our time. Well, I'm in Central, but that's an hour ahead. So we are moving into that place of take action, and that's until the 27th of September at 4:32 p.m. Eastern. So from tonight through the 27th. So if you were to take an action and maybe even start to journal, what might that look like? What might, like, is there another, I don't know, what do you do actually?
I work for the job centres. I manage a team of 14 staff. Some of them are toxic. Some of them are, not all of them. But the job is very stressful, very stressful. Unemployment office, basically, you know, where people become unemployed and come and look for work and get the benefits.
Okay, so you're around people that are unemployed and that come in for that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, interesting. So I'm feeling something around this right now about, you know, absorbing those energies around that. I don't sense, there's a big part of this that has nothing to do with your partner.
Oh.
Because if you just step into, that's almost like it's become a default.
Mm-hmm.
Does it resonate with you?
Did you say default?
Yeah, it's almost like becoming an excuse, like, okay, my partner will be, you know, like, because if you make those shifts internally, everything around you shows up differently.
Right.
So I'm feeling this around the first, second, and hara area, which is between the sacral and the solar plexus chakra.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing a lot of shifting around the hara area. Okay, it's like, do you know how like when something spins, like if you're baking a cake and you have a beater and then you take the beater out of the cake batter and it spins all around? I'm seeing like the beater's going around and it's spinning, like the hara's going around and it's spinning everyone else's like fears and all that stuff out.
Wow.
Right now.
Wow.
Okay, just tap into that. Tap into that.
Okay.
And we're just going to just tap into your connection with divine source, as well as really deeply grounded into the earth. And feeling a lot of that fear that you're carrying is not yours.
Yes.
We're just going to bring that out. And we're going to just, I'm seeing the violet flame coming in with a beautiful torsion field. It's the gold and the violet flame merged.
Wow.
Golden energy in your workspace, just moving all that other stuff out, all that fear, that lingering stuff of not enoughness, not supported, I lost my job. Just moving all that out. Whoa.
Thank you.
A lot of shifts in the tailbone. What are you noticing right now?
I'm feeling a lot of light, and I feel like wherever I'm sitting at work, there's stuff there and it's going out the window or out the building.
It's moving, yes.
It's moving.
It's really important when you leave your job and for the day that if you can stand on the earth, if that's feasible where you live. I'm not sure where.
Yeah,
but really, really grounding. Yeah, going and standing on the earth, bringing in trees, the energy of trees. I'm seeing a lot of trees around you supporting you. Seeing some really old growth trees. I'm seeing cedar. I'm seeing some of the redwoods coming in around you. I'm seeing oak. Wow. I'm seeing the acacia tree. I'm just feeling a lot of that really supportive energy. So if you would be doing anything, what would you do?
I'd love to. I just like to help people, talk to them and help them. You know, I was looking into counselling as well. I've done a level 3 counselling course recently. So that's what I'd like to do. So I don't mind helping them with the job aspects and things like that, but I don't want to manage staff anymore. That's the job I don't want to do anymore.
That feels really good. Yeah. That feels so. Starting your own consulting and what would that look like, or your own? I'm seeing that almost like between the spiritual aspect of that, and then the mundane. You know, like bridging that on the practical versus the spiritual energy of that, because a lot of people have recalibrated with their jobs with this little pandemic piece. So there is a scope for that. And your counseling, you've been prepared for this. Yeah, absolutely. I want to call it spiritual counseling anyway. So so that's amazing, Kim. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Well, you're being supported. So okay, so we're just going to connect in with that possibility potential of this happening. So taking action. I invite you to take some kind of action, whether it's research, whether it's journaling, some step forward to that goal. With this, now's the time with this Virgo energy, because we're in that Virgo cycle, which is bringing and grounding everything here now. Yeah. And so taking some kind of action. Yeah, absolutely. And the universe will match you. And I'm feeling that. I'm seeing that. Yeah, I feel it is as well now. Thank you. And I feel so much happier. So thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Awesome. Many blessings to you. Just do it, Roshni. Just do it. One small step at a time.
And thank you for your lovely shows, Alara.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. And that's the thing, you know, it's like for a lot of people, it is, you know, it doesn't have to be a big leap all at once. It can be a, you know, small gradual step, you know, it doesn't have to be all at once. You know, it's not all or nothing, you know, it can be a gradual step and gradual movement to that, to where you want to go. All right, we're going to take one more quick question, I think, from Dave Key. I'm going to unmute you. I mean, go ahead and unmute yourself, Dave Key. One more quick question.
Hi,
It might be the same question. Hi, Dave Key.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Yeah, I just feel limited in my expansion because of my fears and insecurities. And as a result, I just feel like I can't move forward in my work situation and earning potential. So I'm just wondering what is the reason for that.
Okay. So your
You
work
sound different
situation.
today. Sorry, I was just going to say, Dave, you sound different today.
Am I?
Yeah, your energy is different than.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sounds much.
I feel good. Yes.
Yeah, you sound good. Yeah.
Oh,
good.
lovely. Thank you.
Beautiful. So what have you noticed since you've been on this call? Do you notice things have shifted a little bit with you?
Yes, I normally have this constriction in my throat, and I've found that I was yawning while we were doing the grounding, and yes, a release in my throat.
Beautiful. Yes. So what is it that you do for work? And then
I'm a classroom teacher, and I feel like I've overstayed my welcome there.
Oh, wow. Bless you. What grade do you teach?
Year 1.
Oh, the first grade. Okay.
Yeah, first grade.
Wow. So you've got a lot of changes there. And then are they requiring the kids to wear masks there too? And
no.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's great. And you don't have to wear that for work?
No, just only when we are releasing the kids at the end of the day to their parents.
Okay. Okay. So you just don't feel in alignment with that. Is it in alignment with working with the children, or is it in alignment with the structure?
With the structure, definitely. Not with the kids.
That's what I was getting. So is there something new that's coming in for you with working with children that's more harmonious, that you're not tied to that limitation of the structure that is actually really recalibrating right now globally?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. That's what I'm sensing. So a good question, an open-ended question, I'm seeing this little pebble throwing into the pond. If I were to work with the children, which I enjoy doing, and I love, in an expansive place that's in harmony with the new shifts that are occurring with the new earth as we are anchoring it here, how might that show up? And just having that question. Ooh, and I can feel the solar plexus really took a little bit of a jolt there. So what are you feeling in your body with that question?
Yes, I also felt it in my solar plexus.
Yeah.
Like there's a tingling feeling.
Yes. Okay, so this is really about you being empowered. Okay, there's another yeah, I'm feeling the back of the solar plexus, and I'm also feeling another timeline where you that's connecting in here. That we're just going to watch that, where you might have taken a step and then it backfired on you, or something occurred, and then there's a cellular memory. I'm seeing recalibrating the cell, rewiring in the brain right now. The amygdala, the hippocampus, of where you took this leap before, and there was something that was not in harmony. So I'm just seeing that really. Just invite you. Seeing this beautiful magnetic cobalt blue coming in right now. Oh, just take a deep breath. As soon as we find that, we release it. Resonance. Okay, when did you connect in with this? What is your current age? chronological?
59.
Okay. This is good. 44. Wow. Okay, 34, and then it goes down into 37. Age 34, 27, just kind of anchored it in. Ooh. Okay, I'm also seeing childhood, age 7. Something around, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm seeing something around that. Somebody saying that either it was a hindrance to that. Okay, shift. There. Seeing the emerald ray coming in. Also that beautiful cobalt blue, magnetic blue, blue sapphire just coming in. Okay, so releasing, just take a deep breath, releasing through the palm centers. What are you noticing? What are you feeling in your being right now?
Yeah, I could just feel like an energy flow in my body.
I'm seeing something releasing at the back of the solar plexus. Whoa. It's almost like you've kept your solar plexus like really, like reined in. That's the word I get. And that something is like the reins are off. Like the, okay. So bringing in some integration and harmonizing with that. I'm seeing this shifting in this other timeline, also these other resonances that connected in from this other timeline at those ages. I think it was 40, 34, 28, and then 7. I lost track of when they were. All right. Unconscious, subconscious, 1, 2, 3, 4. Patterns clear. That's anchoring right down into the earth. Beautiful. Through the spinal column. Harmonizing, integrating that. Aligning with joy again. Joy of the laughter of children, of that beautiful. What drew you to that to begin with? Okay, base of the skull, releasing that pineal gland. Whoa. Feeling the pineal gland is decalcifying some. Are you drinking purified water?
Yes, distilled water.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. And then eating really good food that will support that will help that pineal gland, because it feels like you are going through an expansion of some sort. The solar plexus, which is power. Okay, so what are you noticing right now?
I just feel like a release in my chest, and also I'm feeling like a sense of joy in my heart area.
So this is going to continue. Let's just bring in some integration and harmonizing with the shifts that are already made, and it's going to continue this transmission. It says 2 days. So just you want to notice what's different, not what's the same. It may be unrelated to what we talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would also invite you to take action. This is for everyone. Do some kind of taking action as this first quarter takes hold with this Virgo new moon, because this is one of the most important new moons of the whole year as far as anchoring our gifts here on Earth, in the Earth plane. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Let me know
so much.
You're welcome. Beautiful. Let me know how you're doing. And
yes, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Devki. That was great. I was feeling a lot of heat going up and down my spine as well. A lot of heat, so a lot of shifting. Good.
I feel a lot of shifting. Yes. Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. So, all right, Kim. So I don't want to lose track of time here, but I wanted to take a few moments and talk about the special offer, and then I know we're going to do a holographic activation as well, right? Which is always so powerful. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, we might not be able to talk after that either.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I remember that from last time. That's true. All right. So for those of you who are on the live page, you can just click on special offer. And those of you who are on the phone or listening at another time, go to alara.at/show/Kim9. And so this is the I Am, a new decade of activating superpowers. So there's package A and package B. So Kim, do you want to talk briefly about it? It's the same package that we had back in May, but
it's a new,
we're all different.
It is
now.
A brand new package for me. Yes, it is a brand new package for me. So this was a true birthing. And this really is about you embodying the light master and anchoring your I am in form. Because this is all about the anchoring this into the earth vibration, the 22 vibration. So a lot of new divine feminine codes coming in. The first package A is all of the holographic MP3 activational journeys. They will really assist you. They continue where you've left off. It's not just a one-time listen. And if you are working with me with a session, which is included in package B, it really helps either prepare you for the session or continue the activations. So this is a beautiful superpowers. Now an activation, a holographic activation is different than a meditation in the way that these were created through the I am frequency. Holographic activation is actually interfacing with the 0-point field, the quantum field of possibility potential that begins at the 5th dimension and beyond. All through the I am presence, the I am frequencies. There were specific codes and transmissions that came through this package. It really infused with nature, as we can see, so I'll just briefly go through some of these. So it is about really activating our superpowers. Because you are really needed. Like I mentioned before, the collective consciousness is really just starting to go through the dark night of the soul. They're just starting to awaken. There's going to be way more awakening with what surfaces and what is released as far as information that is coming up to clear on the earth. So these will really support that. So the first MP3 is pranayama, is breath work. And this is integrated with the crystal singing bowls. There's I have a full chakra tuned crystal bowl set that interface with us, as well as vocal toning that comes in. Language of light codes come throughout the toning, and the toning is woven through the whole package with all the different ones. But this is the 432 hertz chakra bowls and the pranayama, working with the breath. Okay, with a lot of the mask wearing, a lot of the breath is being, like what you would release naturally is being reintegrated, recalibrated. So we want to really get that release out with that breath work, and pranayama is so important. And this is so interesting how that came up, because who would have known that pranayama would be so important with all of the mask mandates and such. So these are also, all of these will activate DNA, activate also multidimensional levels of timeline. You may notice that you fall asleep during these. That's okay. It's not important that you stay awake during them. I do have clients that listen to these when they're sleeping. You want to notice what's different, not what's the same. So that's the first one. The number 2 is New Decade of Superpowers. These are all journeys. This is an upgrade in your field in preparation for the dormant DNA receptors. In receiving your new superpowers, there's a lot of torsion fields and scalar activation of the crystalline codes and templates. So this is really bringing that in, as now you've worked with the breath. And you don't have to listen to these sequentially. You can listen to them as you're being led. However, there is a power in the way they are sequenced too, and then how I was to actually list them. So there is an importance with that, but do what feels right. So there's a lot of magic and alchemy with this, and a lot of play. I facilitate in a very unconventional, playful way. So there's a lot of playful, magical abilities in here. And always go with what you're noticing in the activations. If you are coherent and do not fall asleep, I have many people that say they do fall asleep. And that's okay, because what is happening is old software is being uninstalled and then new software is coming in. That's in alignment. And these, like I said, they continue. It's not just a one listen. The crystalline light body activation, this was actually, okay, hold on here. This is an upgrade. I believe this was in a class that I was doing, and I was told to turn on the recorder. There's dragons and elementals that came in with this. This activation, the crystalline light body. It's an extremely high frequency activation. Yes, and that one, I remember that being at the class. Very powerful. I just heard turn on the recorder. It's important. So also, this may bring up some of the shadow work, which is actually really good. I know it because the shadow pieces are super important as to where we've hidden our power. The fourth is what I mentioned before. I love using the energy, harnessing the energy of lunar cycles. Superpowers 101. This is a mini explorational class into the framework of the spiritual astrology and evolutionary astrology. Again, no limitation. Again, working with how to work with astrology. And again, we are the planet. The planets don't do anything to us. They activate that which is going on within us. And so then I'm really working with the highest potential, and it is an explanation of the 8 cycles of the moon and how to work with each cycle. Because did you even know that there were 8 cycles to the moon? But there are. And even like when you were born, during what cycle is really, really interesting to explore. Okay, so then there is an activation for the new moon energy. This was actually done at a new moon, how to work with a new moon, and then there's the activation that actually was brought in. Now you can listen to this at any new moon, and you will bring in the codes that are in harmony with that, whatever new moon it is. So, and we're in the Virgo cycle right now, but we will be experiencing the Libra new moon, which will actually be, we have the full moon yet to navigate. But the Libra new moon will actually be on October 16th. And so that's a really important new moon with balance. So you can listen to them at the new moon. And then also how to write new moon wishes, which are seeds that you plant. And then there's an activation for the full moon energy. You can listen to it under any full moon. That's when the new cycle of whatever you listened to before with the new moon is under the full harvest light of that full moon, and how to work with that energy. Oftentimes it's really super intense at the new moon, but it's whatever is shining the light on that, on what you are just to shine a light on. So if you have a birthday at a full moon, that means literally your whole birth year is under the light of that full moon. So that, and then my very favorite, the forest bathing. And this is Temple of the Goddess. And this was actually recorded in nature, which my happy place is. First of all, the activations, the holographic activations are my happy place. I just love facilitating them with the beings that come through them, and just amazing. But this actually interfaced with nature. And there were beautiful dragons that came in, magical beings. There were also the tones of the crickets and the spring peepers. The crickets are associated with Andromedan, and then the beautiful spring peepers, which is the frog song. And it's just magical how it interfaces with your being as what happens. So I really invite you to pay attention to what you experience during this, this activation. And then the number 8 is Nourished by the Goddess, the Nature Galactic Kingdoms. And this actually was recorded with a big shift in nature at the beginning of the year, where after we had that Pluto-Saturn activation in January, and then during the spring, this was the nature galactic kingdoms. A lot of doorways and galactic portals opened with nature, and many people attributed it to, well, the carbon footprint is not there, but it's way more than that. Once we had that Pluto Saturn conjunction on January 12th, everything shifted. And so this is really working with the portals that came through. And there were beings that showed up in this. There was a muskrat that came in, which is, again, all information. And there's a lot of breath work in nature, scalar torsion fields. There were many air beings, bird song, and so forth that really came in to interface with that. And did you even know that bird song is so important to growing crops? And so the interface with whatever bird song shows up is so powerful and has an effect on your field. So that was really, really fun to create. 9 is magical portals of possibility. And this is a 0-point specific activation. It was actually created on the last autumnal equinox. And I just got the message today that there's somewhat of a full circle, but there's an increased activation or trajectory from this equinox, from that last, from the magical portals of possibility when that was recorded. I just heard that day, turn on the recorder. So this was really powerful in the alignment with the I am and the in preparation for the crystalline ascension downloads to come in. There's strong Pleiadian energy that came through this. And many of you may be experiencing a lot of the different star nations that come through these activations, because my I Am Alchemy team just embraces all of them. And then the last one was Journey with the Crystals. And the crystallines, oh my gosh, this is such a magical activation. I remember that. The very high frequency crystallines came in this. The Azestolites, the Anandalites. Anandalite literally means divine bliss. And they are an ascension crystalline being activator. Lemurian crystals, which is all about the heart energy. Herkimers, Trigonic quartz, just amazing magical beings came in. And there's a beautiful Solaris portal that showed up with this beautiful golden light circle. So this was really fun. And this was to be the last one of this package. Super powerful. So if you feel led to like bypass all of those and go to that one, just be forewarned, that's super powerful, as they all are. And again, you can ask your I Am Presence to moderate right before you listen to them, because they will continue where you left off in consciousness. So I'm really pleased with this package, as it was quite a birthing, and it had to come through in its own sweetness. So then you also get a PDF, kind of what is the holographic activation, explaining that and how that differs. And then the fully embodied alignment PDF. Now I just upgraded that, so I'm not sure, Alara, if you have that newer one, but I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
I'm not sure if my web goddess, Courtney, got that on the website yet, but I just upgraded it for my retreat recently, so I will send it to you.
Okay.
And how to work with your I Am, how to dialogue with your I Am, but that's what it is about. So I will make sure I get that. So that's package A, and that is 147. And then package B is all of package A plus a session. And then I really do really deep work with people. As you can see, this was just a few minutes of working with people, but we go really deep. I have actually Saturn and Scorpio in the 5th house in my, which is deep transformation, Phoenix diving into the ashes. We go and we dive into those shadow pieces that are surfacing for you. And again, I don't do anything. It's all through the I Am Alchemy team. It's through your I Am Alchemy team and my I Am Alchemy team, and I'm just a witness to and holding space for the shifts that actually occur. So I've never called myself a healer. I'm a facilitator of healing energy, because all healing, all shifts are a consciousness shift, and they all come from within. And so all of us are facilitators of healing and transformational energy. And I'm here, the work is about reminding you who you are. So that's package B. There are 2 bonuses, though, that are really cool with this. I offer bi-monthly activations, generally around the new moon and the full moon. And with package B, you get 2 of them. You get a cycle, like a new moon and a full moon package. You can choose if you want what cycle that you want to receive. And then you just want to email me about that, like, okay, about my bonuses. That's all done through me. And the same with the session. I don't have a scheduler simply because my sessions generally are 60 to 90 minutes, depending on what we get into. So I really cannot have a scheduler in the way that I really don't work with 3D time ever. There is no time. So I work with what presents and what the person is ready to shift. But then the package A really assists you in interim, either after the session or before the session, and even after the sessions to do that. And I also, if you really are wanting to do deep work, I would recommend more than 1 session. Like, but a lot gets shifted in 1 session. So that's $247 for package B, which includes all of A, and then the bonuses, and then the session.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot. Because the session, the holographic session alone with you is 60 to 90 minutes, right? Plus the 10 MP3,
yeah.
plus the bonuses. Yeah, beautiful.
It's about 60 to 90 minutes, I would say. An average session is about 75, 80, depending on what shows up.
Of course. Absolutely. So
Yeah.
both of those packages are available at alara.at/show/Kim9. So please do take a look at them. There are 2 payment options available for both of them as well. So please do, take a look and see which one resonates with you, or which one, which one you can start to work with now. And you can always, choose package B, because that one, it's also that personal session is really going to help you to clear out some of that stuff that's been like dead weight is what I'm getting. That dead weight will finally be lifted so that you can actually move forward. Because we were talking a lot about moving forward on this call, right? And so it's like a lot of times you can't move forward because of that dead weight. And I'm dead weight, I'm talking about energies, old stagnant energies that, no longer serve you. So please, So those are available there. So take a look at them. All right, so Kim, we're so excited about the the holographic journey that we're going to do today for all of us. What is it going to be about? It's because I know it's always different, right? It's always different, but what is it going to be about today?
That's interesting, and I'm getting like, wow, I'm not really even sure what's going to come in. So there's like a mystery. I do feel a lot with nature. I do feel a lot of that. But let's just maybe get into it and see. And I would recommend that no one be driving during this.
Right.
And that you really be in a place and that where you can hold your spine very straight. And you may fall asleep, and that's okay. You may go really deep. You may stay awake the whole time. It's every activation is unique. As to, it's always calibrated to who's on the call, who will be on the call, many that are joining us in the quantum field. This is a multidimensional holographic activation. And I am feeling a lot with nature, that equalizing, that equinox energy, dovetailing within this. So we'll see. And that's the beauty of a holographic activation. I may get ideas, but I never really know what's going to come in. It's what we're all ready for. Yeah. So are we ready? Good. And I would also recommend at the end, I will let you know how many days a transmission will be, because there are energetic transmissions that come in with this. We're going to invite right now our IM teams, our IM presence, to moderate it for us. That is right for each of us individually. And then collectively, there is a collective piece with this too, I'm getting, for the earth. So wherever you are planted, wherever you are lighting up, is also, you are like the bridge of this divine energy coming in, and it's anchoring into the grid. So just take a deep breath. You may want to take a sip of water. Let water as a conductor of energy, this beautiful sacred water. And just blessing the water, and I'm noticing my hearing just got really expanded right now. And just moving into your center. And again, connecting in with as above, so below. And taking in a deep, slow, deliberate breath. Just letting go whatever is surfacing for you. Okay, my team, my alchemy team is telling me there are several of you that are releasing major things in this activation. So we're going to just be aware of that, releasing through the arches of the feet, opening up those valves, really feeling that earth star, really connecting in with the chi meridians, the central and the governing meridian, feeling that activated. Switching on, I'm feeling a lot through the spine right now, especially the back of the heart center. And feeling that galactic center aligning with the beautiful master that you are. And just bringing in the energy of appreciation for you, for your body, for your experiences, whatever they may be, challenging or joyful, whatever it is. Just be okay with where you are right now. And just continuing to breathe, feeling the crystallines coming in right now. I'm feeling a little adjustment at the throat center, seeing blue apatite coming in right now. Angel light and celestite. Seeing this lovely triad of energies coming into the throat center right now. Seeing the vocal cords. That strength of that muscle of the throat. Just really activating, releasing where we've given our power, where we have not spoken what was to come forth. And I'm noticing the receiver crystals above and below the ear, pineal chakras, receiving the information from our I am. And this beautiful I am team surrounds you, holding safe and sacred space. As we do this work, as we travel timelines. Feeling the third eye really active right now. Ooh. There's the physical eyes, the third eye, and then the fourth eye, the galactic eyes, and beyond galactic. Ooh. It reminds me of the Star Trek Voyager series, which I just absolutely adore. The Delta Quadrant, beyond where they've ever gone before. Seeing that, I'm seeing wormhole after wormhole, so we're going through several portals here. We're aware of these connecting. Okay, so my team is telling me that there's many downloads that are ready to come in for several of you, for many of you, and it being time to release. Love. And I'm feeling this lovely torsion field right at the base of the brain, the medulla oblongata, those ganglionic centers of the brain, as well as the throat center, and then moving into the high heart, feeling this torsion field here. Feeling that base of that brain really being, a lot of releasing through there. Ooh. You may want to just move your neck in just this beautiful circle, feeling a lot of, almost like receiving an energetic massage. Oh, feeling the crown chakra opening and feeling the connection with the soul star and the stellar gateway. Seeing the emerald ray coming in. Feeling the emerald ray coming in through the occipitals in the back of the brain. I'm seeing it actually recalibrating. Now there's this beautiful light ray coming in right to the center, but recalibrating the eyes, the physical eyes. Those of you that are having vision shifts, because we are receiving so many different waves and our vision is, it's like, which reality do we focus on now? There's a harmony occurring here. There we go. Beautiful harmonizing with the physical eyes, and then in integration with, I'm seeing the lemniscate, the horizontal figure 8, moving that with the physical eyes, and I'm seeing a vertical lemniscate, figure 8, just moving into the third eye, integrating with this right in the center, like a vertical cross of figure 8 and a horizontal. Just bringing in some harmonizing for that. Just seeing multidimensionally, seeing through a lot of the veils as they are being lifted and released. Now I'm seeing a beautiful funnel from the fourth eyes coming into that as well. Harmonizing and integrating that, and that's moving right down, all of that into the throat center and then into the high heart. And beautiful. And I'm seeing dolphins coming in. Dolphins are assisting with the calibration, with the rewiring in the brain. They have eight hemispheres to their brain. They are wonderful assisters with these right now. I'm going to be silent for a moment and watching this. I'm seeing golden dolphins. That's very interesting. These are otherworldly dolphins because I'm seeing a purple dolphin. I'm just seeing this just beautiful circle of dolphins now right around your I Am team. And your I Am team is weaving this energy and moderating it for you and to you. I'm seeing the DNA very activated, the dormant DNA lighting up. Fifth strand DNA, fifth strand, all the way into, as it moves up through the 12th strand. And then some of you are really shifting the first and the second strand. You're actually breaking those seals and expanding into the third through the 12th strand DNA. And then there are several of you that are continuing on, just moving on beyond the 12th strand DNA. Many times our minds cannot, 340 minds cannot track that. So we're just going to connect in with the higher Christ consciousness mind. And frequency, just bringing in that awareness, whatever awareness we are to have with this, that we know it without having to know how we know it. There we go. Seeing some areas of the brain lighting up with that. Ooh. Seeing some shifts of Atlantean patterns that are just no longer useful. We are doing a lot of simultaneous work with Atlantis and old incongruent Atlantean patterns. And I'm seeing that Lemurian, like the balancing between Lemurian and Atlantis, whatever was useful with Atlantis and Atlantis energies, and also Egyptian. Ooh, seeing that. seeing the energy of the sarcophagus that's actually moving around for those of you that are choosing to receive it. And it's being in alignment with the temple of the etheric temple that's in this area, the rejuvenation, the Lake Superior energy. So it's the energy of what was useful with the sarcophagus for those of you that are shifting and youthening and rejuvenating your being. I'm seeing assistance with this right now, like new codes coming in for this. I'm seeing just beautiful, just this light blue green frequencies, and Gaia sending her fractals to harmonize with this as well. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to integrate and balance with what is actually happening and occurring right now. There we go. Noticing the third chakra coming online. A new way of utilizing your power is available for you right now as you bring through this rejuvenation, this revitalizing. Noticing the cells, the vortices of each cell as it brings more ATP, adenosine triphosphate, or the light in the cells. Releasing any kind of waste and seeing some DNA releasing waste, moving that right out, the back of the heart center, the palm centers, and then those valves, release valves and feet. Moving that out. Okay, hearing a sound tone coming in. This is a selenite shift, a golden selenite, holding the spinal column straight. Allowing this to align as we integrate and harmonize. Feeling a lot of Arcturian energy in the way of downloads getting ready to come in, are coming in. Yeah. I'm noticing a lot in the bones, in the skeletal system of our being, that these codes that are coming in, these downloads are activating that information that's stored deep within the bone. Also may be releasing some of the incongruent energies that's stirred up. There we go. The bones store a lot of information and allow us access. I'm feeling a lot of strengthening to the skeletal system, a lot of recalibrating. And the spinal column, ooh, it's like a fluid spine. Noticing behind the heart, just very cool, like a purification, like somebody touched peppermint to the back of my heart. Again, I'm seeing the dolphins moving in. And I'm seeing them moving right up through the central column of the being and moving up and out. And I'm seeing an air dragon and an earth dragon. I'm just feeling this harmonizing. The air dragon is above and the earth dragon is below the earth star. Ooh. Moving and weaving this into the grid, the crystalline grids. Okay. This is high frequency crystalline energy. Was led to use my crystalline tuning fork. Ooh, activating the crystalline within you. I'm seeing that crystalline structure within the bones. I'm seeing like if you were to look at like a rock that were to have sparkly crystalline beneath it. I'm seeing that crystalline like shining through the bones, the crystalline. This is assisting with the crystalline upgrades. These downloads that are coming in. Ooh. There's also star codes coming in. Arcturian, Cassiopeian star codes. Cassiopeian star codes are working with the heart, expanding the heart, seeing beautiful pink, golden energy coming in with the heart center. In Arcturian, the downloads that are coming in are just this really strong wisdom of knowing. My whole sinus is being recalibrated, rearranged. Bringing that right through the spinal column, feeling that root chakra really connecting in. Moving that down into the earth star and moving all into the unified field within the heart. All of the light body centers, all of the chakras within the body into one unified field of light within, through, and around. Oh, and taking in a deep breath. I'm feeling many masters here. I'm feeling the Ascended Master Saint Germain. And I'm feeling Kuan Yin. I'm feeling Lord Maitreya. Feeling Sandalphon, Archangel Sandalphon, and Metatron. Oh, wow. And when I step back and look, it feels like just the energy of the exalted human, which literally means God in man, human. Like this truly is your superpowers, your superpower status. That's what it feels like here. And the mantis beings give their blessing and their greetings as they also work to calibrate this on the with the physical as technology. So begin to look at yourself, dear ones, as walking, oscillating, vibrating light. Just releasing anything that is incongruent that the cells want to release. And I'm seeing those 3 stargates that we connected with before beginning to just move into this space as we begin to integrate and moving our awareness into our space, allowing our the grids within our space, either our workspace or our home space, all connected with us, our vehicles, to be reharmonized and recalibrated and upgraded with who we are now. The electronics to harmonize with these shifts, this big shift. There we go. Ooh, just seeing beautiful golden light coming through the central column, and I'm seeing a lot of rainbow light all around the field. And we begin to bring our awareness to our feet, feeling that connection that is within you. You can be in this altered state of being, yet still be very grounded, harmonizing and bringing in further grounding. I'm seeing shungite, the crystallines shungite and pyrite assisting, cuprite, magnetite. Also feeling moldavite within this entire activation. And again, harmonized with your I am. If anything is too much, it's moderated for you. I invite you to touch your heart right now as you begin to come back, if that feels right. Spreading your fingers out in a beautiful star formation and just breathe in through that heart. I am fully embodied. Just feel into that. I joyfully align and continue my divine mission here with Gaia. And Gaia loves each and every one of us so very much and is so appreciative. And feel the energy of Gaia as she sends your blessing forth. Receive. For you have answered the call. No more playing small. I invite you after this call, if you have a chance, to look into the mirror and look deeply within your eyes and notice what is different, notice what is shifted for you, and see the master that you are shining back through those eyes. And begin to bring your consciousness fully back, moving your shoulders forward, up, and back as we anchor. This transmission will last, will continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So you may notice you releasing and then recalibrating, and just notice what's different, not what's the same. Much love and blessings from all of the I Am Alchemy team to your I Am Alchemy team. And Alara, are you able to talk?
Yes, barely, but yes, thank you. That was awesome. That was so powerful. Yeah, I mean, it was like I kept having to tell myself, to harmonize, just harmonize, be gentle, you know, just keep breathing, be gentle, but stay in the body at the same time. But it was beautiful. I loved seeing, receiving the energy from the golden dolphins, the purple dolphins, the rainbow light, all of the beings of light who were with us. It was like, and the energy of the etheric temple in near Lake Superior. It's like when you talked about rejuvenation, you know, and the sarcophagus, it's like, oh, I can really resonate with that. So that was beautiful. Yeah, truly magical. Roshni saying, thank you, Kim. That was magical. There's now sparkles in my eyes. Awesome. Cindy says, wonderful. Thank you. Caroline says, rainbows, dolphins, and light beings. Oh my, wow, magic. Yeah, absolutely. It was so magical. And, you know, like you said, that these transmissions are going to continue for the next 5 days, right? So we're going to have to, like, just continue to feel in and see what we're perceiving, to see what we're feeling, as, you know, and drink water and all that wonderful stuff that we all do. But just see what's changing, see what's different. You know, like you said, don't look at what to see what's the same, but see what's different. Because, yeah, we are different. Just from this call, just from this activation. It was nice. And just all the support that was coming through, right? All the support that was coming through. Sarita says, I was out for a while and back with calmness. I see aquamarine dragon too. Nice. Amazing connections.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and that's okay if you did fall asleep or zone out for a little bit. That's okay. You know, it's totally fine. I wish I could have. If I was lying down, I probably would have as well, you know? Yeah. Yeah, and Julie says, perfect timing, very calming, love the aquamarine. I don't even remember the aquamarine, you know, to be honest. So it's like, okay, cool. I remember the air dragon and the earth dragon, but I don't remember. And there were so many crystalline beings as well that came through. It was nice. Yeah, the celestite, the angelite, however you say it. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. That was nice.
Yeah.
So empowering, you know, and a reminder that we are light masters. We are masters of light. We are masters already.
Yes.
Right. We have to remember that.
And even though all the light masters that served with us or assisted us, every being is evolving. There is no there. So all creation is in a state of evolution. So
we're all evolving together. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Dave, he says, wow, beautiful experience. Thank you, Kim. Powerful. Yes, we are all masters of light. You know, and when you tell yourself that, when you remind yourself of that, then I think you're going to start to take on a different vibe in your life, you know? Right? Yeah, thank you.
Definitely.
So is there anything else that we can do to support ourselves during the next 5 days specifically?
Again, what's coming in is getting into nature if possible. And then also if you do have shadow pieces that show up or a lot of emotion or anything, Epsom salt baths also help.
Right.
Getting in water and just tuning in, taking time just to put your hand on your heart and just tuning in. And again, remembering to drink lots of water, because there were quite a few downloads that came in with this.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Good. Yeah. And that's a great reminder. Drink lots of water, be out in nature, and know that you're also going to be releasing, and the shadow stuff is going to come up. So don't go into reaction, you know, and resistance. Just allow it to go. Jen says Kim's new and full moon activations are very powerful and fun. Awesome. Good. Caroline is saying water and lemon and celery juice. Yeah, that will help to keep your vibration up as well. Yeah. Yeah. Lemon water we normally have. Celery juice. Can't quite find the good celery here, but you can.
Yes. Also what you're eating. Yes, definitely. Eating the foods of beautiful nature foods, organic, nutrients, fruits, vegetables will really help support the shift.
Yeah, nutrient rich, right? Nutrient rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. Awesome. Thank you. And then, you know, like the Epsom salt bath or the sea salt baths, you know, will also help too. Even if you just, you know, put your feet in sea salt, you know, water, that will help for sure. Good. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kim. That was beautiful. And again, those packages are available at alara.at/show/Kim9. Caroline says, if you add kiwi or orange juice, real juice, it helps with the celery juice. Ah, good idea. Yeah, my problem is not the celery juice, but finding nice celery. The celery here is yucky. I don't know. It's not like we get in North America. But yeah, I'll remember that. Add kiwi or orange juice. Thank you. All right. So again, like I said, those special offers, those packages are available at alara.at/show/Kim9. Be gentle with yourself for the next couple of days, especially. And remember to love yourself. Love yourself, honor yourself, do some self-care, self-nurturing, drink lots of water, you know, and know that you are a master of light. Thank you so much, Kim. That was awesome. Again, like always, you know, beautiful, powerful. Yeah, I loved it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it so much.
Good. I love it. Oh, Sarita says now the heavy rain is happening in Portland, Oregon. Awesome. They need the rain there. Good. Awesome. Good. Good. All right. And so, Kim, you're going to send me the other PDF, right?
Yes, I will send that to you. Definitely.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This was great. And it's such a beautiful time. You know, we just had the autumn equinox. The energies were still in it. So yeah, this is a great, powerful time to receive these activations, receive the downloads, receive the packages that Kim has for us. They will really help to support you in, you know, being the true master that you are. So thank you so much, everyone. I know we can't hardly talk now because after that activation, I'm starting to sweat now. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, we're done. Yeah, starting to sweat now. The energy's still high, right? So be gentle. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you to all the teams that were here supporting us as well. And until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.